Alright, I'm just going to make a quick video here about how to find Sketchup for Schools, which is a free version of Sketchup that's available to be used on Chromebooks or anything else because it's available online. It's not a software program that you'd have to download like the one we've been using at school. So to find that, just log into Google, your school Google account. If you have a personal Google account, you won't have free access to this. At least you might have to do some other stuff to get it, but for this one, just go to your waffle and then scroll down. It's got a new icon because there's a new update on this, and it should say Sketchup for Schools like this. If you can't find it, click on this More from Google Workspace Marketplace, basically the App Store. You're going to search for Sketchup for Schools. And instead of it saying installed right here, you'll click on download or install, whatever it may ask, and you'll have the program up into your waffle. Okay, so if we did want to go to that, we're going to just open that up. And it'll look very similar. There's a few options missing, but then it's got some other options added that the 2016 software version that we were using at school has. Just wait a minute here while it loads. Alright, and then so one big thing that you'll notice is there's only 3 templates to choose from, so feet and inches, meters, or millimeters. Most of our stuff is going to be done in feet and inches unless you're doing 3D printing. If you're doing 3D printing, then feel free to do millimeters. Very rarely would we ever use meters. So that's where you would go for your template. You'll also know what's kind of handy is that you can save it directly to your Google Drive. You can access files from your Google Drive on here, so if you've got SketchUp files saved. Nice thing about this version is that you can export, and if we had a file here, we could export it. So we could export it straight to an STL file for 3D printing, which is going to be required. So we're just going to create a new one, feet and inches. And you'll see the dude looks a little different. Can't remember what his name is offhand. Not that it really matters, but Dr. Temple Grandin. Ooh, fancy. We're going to delete Dr. Temple Grandin. You'll notice that your toolbars are all down the side, so if you're looking for something like your Zoom tool, it'll be under your Views tools here. All the keyboard shortcuts still work, and that's really wise to try to get used to that. If you're not sure where one of the tools are that you're used to using, just hover over it, click, and eventually you will find it. So just really as a quick example, I'm just going to get my rectangle tool, make my shape, and pull it up there. And if we wanted to 3D print this, then we would go up here and we go export STL, and you'd be able to then save it as an STL file. Alright, so that is SketchUp for Schools.